Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a piece of American history that's not just a simple coin, but a rare treasure. We're talking about the United States of America $quarter Oklahoma 2008. This coin may look like just another quarter at first glance, but trust me, there's much more to it than meets the eye. Stick around until the end to discover just how much this quarter could be worth today, and trust me, you'll be amazed. To truly appreciate the value of the Oklahoma quarter, we need to take a step back and understand the context behind its release. The Oklahoma quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, a collection of coins issued by the U.S. Mint between 1999 and 2008. This program was a monumental initiative that celebrated each state's unique history, culture, and contributions to the country. Every state got its own quarter, and they were released in the order that each state joined the Union. The Oklahoma quarter, released in 2008, was the 46th coin in the series. But why Oklahoma? The state of Oklahoma has a rich and complex history, and this quarter design beautifully encapsulates the essence of the state's cultural and historical significance. In the late 19th century, Oklahoma was the site of the famous land rush, where settlers rushed to claim parcels of land in a race to settle the new territory. That event is immortalized in the design of the Oklahoma quarter. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a rider on horseback, symbolizing the settlers who came to Oklahoma during the land rush. Above the rider, you'll see a banner that reads, Oklahoma 1907, marking the year the state officially became part of the United States. Below the rider is a depiction of a Native American-style olive branch, representing the state's original inhabitants and their long-standing connection to the land. This quarter was designed by artist Edwina D. Ellis, and the imagery perfectly captures the pioneering spirit of Oklahoma. The simplicity of the design, paired with its deep meaning, makes it a visually striking coin that speaks volumes about the state's heritage. The quarter's symbolism ties together the state's Native American roots, the history of westward expansion, and the perseverance of its people. The obverse side of the Oklahoma quarter, as with all U.S. quarters, features the iconic portrait of George Washington. This image, first used on U.S. quarters in 1932, was designed by John Flanagan and has become synonymous with the idea of American freedom and democracy. Now that we have some background on the design, let's talk about the minting details. The Oklahoma quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which is typical for U.S. coinage. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The quarters were produced in massive quantities, as they were part of a national program that aimed to get the public excited about collecting coins. So, why is this particular coin so sought after by collectors? There are several reasons why the Oklahoma quarter stands out from the others in the 50-state quarters program. First, the 2008 series as a whole was the final set of coins to be issued in this iconic program. As such, coins from this year carry a sense of finality and nostalgia for collectors who followed the series since its inception in 1999. In addition to that, the Oklahoma quarter has an interesting feature that sets it apart from some of the other state quarters. The design of the rider on horseback has been the subject of some debate among collectors, and some versions of the coin are known to have small variations in the details. These tiny differences, while seemingly insignificant, have created a significant demand among collectors for those with unique characteristics. But here's the real kicker: the 2008 Oklahoma quarter, particularly those in excellent condition or with rare minting errors, can fetch an extraordinary price. In fact, this coin has been known to sell for up to $39,000. Imagine that, a simple quarter, a small piece of currency, could be worth so much. But it all comes down to the rarity and condition of the coin. Most of the Oklahoma quarters in circulation have been heavily used, which means they're not in the best shape. But if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding a coin worth a small fortune. Of course, there are specific features to look for when determining whether your Oklahoma quarter is valuable. For example, look for any minting errors, such as double dies or misaligned strikes. Coins with these types of flaws are extremely rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. A well-preserved quarter with a unique error can fetch much more than a typical coin in good condition. Even if your coin doesn't have any noticeable errors, a high-quality, uncirculated Oklahoma quarter is still worth more than its face value. It could be worth hundreds, if not thousands, depending on how well it's been kept. But for those lucky enough to possess one of the rarest examples, perhaps one that has both an error and perfect preservation, the potential to earn up to $39,000 for a single quarter is very real. This coin isn't just a historical artifact, it's also a symbol of how something so small can hold so much value. The Oklahoma quarter represents a piece of the American story, capturing the spirit of a state that has overcome challenges, embraced change, and flourished in the heart of the nation. If you have an old collection of coins lying around, or if you happen to stumble upon one of these quarters in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. A coin that might seem ordinary at first glance could be your ticket to a hidden fortune. And with that, we come to the end of today's exploration of the United States of America Oklahoma quarter dollar from 2008. Top 2, we have something truly special to talk about. If you're a coin collector or just someone interested in the history behind some of America's most iconic currency, then you're in for a real treat. We're going to dive deep into the fascinating story of the United States of America quarter dollar West Virginia 2005. You may have seen this coin before, but trust me, there's so much more to this piece of American history than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much this simple quarter could be worth today. Now, before we go into the design and all the fascinating details of this coin, it's essential to understand a little bit about the context in which it was issued. The West Virginia quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program, a nationwide initiative by the U.S. Mint that began in 1999 and ran through 2008. Each quarter in this program was designed to represent a unique aspect of a state's history, culture, or natural beauty. This was a huge deal for collectors, and the program sparked a wave of excitement across the country. The West Virginia quarter, released in 2005, was the 35th coin in the series. West Virginia, a state known for its natural beauty, rugged mountains, and rich history, was deserving of a quarter that could truly represent its spirit. But what makes the West Virginia quarter so interesting? What are the hidden treasures within this small coin that make it so valuable today? Let's dive into it. West Virginia has always been a state that's tied to its natural surroundings. The state's mountainous terrain, its role in the American Civil War, and its significance in the history of coal mining all play major parts in its identity. So, it only makes sense that the quarter would reflect these themes. The design of the 2005 West Virginia quarter is both simple and deeply meaningful. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a breathtaking representation of the Appalachian Mountains, with a depiction of the famous New River Gorge Bridge, a landmark that symbolizes the beauty and strength of West Virginia's landscape. The design also features a traditional Appalachian-style stone farmhouse, which speaks to the state's rich history of family farming and rural life. The artist behind this stunning design was Frank Morris, who worked hard to capture the essence of West Virginia's rugged beauty and its historical significance. This quarter was released at a time when the state was celebrating its centennial anniversary of becoming a state in 1863, adding an extra layer of meaning to this coin. If you take a closer look at the details of the quarter, you'll notice the New River Gorge Bridge, one of the most iconic features in West Virginia. This bridge is an engineering marvel, standing 876 feet above the New River, making it one of the highest vehicular bridges in the country. The image on the coin captures not just the bridge, but also the essence of West Virginia's breathtaking landscape, majestic mountains, winding rivers, and lush forests that are emblematic of the state's natural charm. The obverse of the quarter, as with all U.S. quarters, features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This image of Washington has been used on U.S. quarters since 1932 and remains a powerful symbol of American liberty and history. Now, you may be wondering, why is this particular coin so valuable to collectors? The key to understanding the appeal of the West Virginia quarter lies in its rarity and the story behind its release. When the U.S. Mint produced these quarters, they were made in large quantities, but not all coins are created equal. Many quarters were heavily circulated, which means they were used in everyday transactions and are now worn down, making them less valuable. However, if you manage to find a coin that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, that's where the real value comes into play. Collectors go wild for coins that are well preserved, and this particular coin has garnered significant attention over the years. If you've ever looked into the world of coin collecting, you know that the condition of a coin can make all the difference. For example, a coin with few signs of wear, one that has been carefully preserved or stored in perfect condition, is far more valuable than one that has been worn down from years of use, but there's more to it than just condition. The West Virginia quarter, like many state quarters, is highly sought after by collectors because of its symbolic design and its connection to a specific moment in American history. The state's 200th anniversary, the importance of the Appalachian region, and the impact of West Virginia on the nation's coal industry make this coin a unique snapshot of American life. Aside from the basic issues, some of the West Virginia quarters have unique variations that make them even more valuable. For example, some quarters were struck with minting errors, things like double dies or misaligned strikes, which are extremely rare and highly prized by collectors. Finding a West Virginia quarter with one of these errors could send the value soaring. Even small variations in the minting process, such as slight differences in the design or metal inconsistencies, can make a coin worth much more than a standard issue. One of the things that makes the 2005 West Virginia quarter so remarkable is the sheer demand for it among collectors. The 50-state quarters program was incredibly popular, and people across the country were collecting every new release. This means that coins from this series, particularly those in great condition or with unique features, are in high demand and are worth a significant amount of money. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a West Virginia quarter from 2005, and it's in uncirculated condition or even better, it could be worth up to $42,000. Yes, that's right, $42,000 for a single quarter. The high value of this coin comes down to its rarity in mint condition and the collector's market's demand for well-preserved state quarters. A coin that might seem like a small, everyday piece of currency could actually hold a staggering amount of value, especially if it has the right qualities that collectors are searching for. So, if you happen to have a West Virginia 2005 quarter in your collection, or if you come across one in your change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. You could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Top 3, we're about to uncover the fascinating tale of the United States of America $quarter Louisiana 2002. It's not just a coin, it's a window into American history, culture, and some surprising secrets. Stick with us as we dive deep into what makes this coin so special and why it could be worth a lot more than you think. To fully understand the importance of the Louisiana quarter, we need to go back a bit in time. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, an ambitious and exciting initiative to celebrate each state's history and culture through coinage. Each state got its own quarter, with designs that represented significant aspects of its identity. The Louisiana quarter, which was released in 2002, was the 18th coin in this monumental series. Louisiana's history is rich and complex, with influences from French, Spanish, African, and Native American cultures. So, the design of this quarter needed to reflect that dynamic blend. The design of the 2002 Louisiana quarter is both striking and symbolic. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a beautifully detailed depiction of the Louisiana Purchase, which forever changed the trajectory of American history. The coin features a stunning image of an American flag flying over the Mississippi River, with the Louisiana state outline in the background. The river, as many know, was a vital part of Louisiana's role in the expansion of the United States, particularly during the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. The Mississippi River is an essential feature of the state's identity. It served as a critical trade route, shaping not only Louisiana's economy but also its culture and history. The image on the quarter brings this to life, with the flowing river signifying the freedom and opportunity that came with the land acquisition. Above the river, you'll find the words Louisiana Purchase and the year 1803, marking the historical moment when the U.S. acquired the vast territory from France. This event expanded the nation's boundaries and provided a wealth of natural resources that helped build the foundation of the United States. The obverse side of the Louisiana quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, which has been a hallmark of U.S. coinage since 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic image of Washington represents the enduring values of liberty, democracy, and freedom that the U.S. was founded on. The image of Washington on the quarter links this Louisiana coin to the broader narrative of American history. The story behind the design of this quarter is just as compelling. The U.S. Mint invited artists to submit designs that would symbolize Louisiana's unique culture and history. The winning design, created by artist Terrence R.D. Kaufman, was selected because it encapsulated the spirit of the state, the role of the Mississippi River, the significance of the Louisiana Purchase, and the deep cultural roots of Louisiana. Let's now talk about the minting process of this quarter. The Louisiana quarter was produced by the U.S. Mint at both the Philadelphia and Denver Mint facilities. It weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and is made from 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. As with other quarters in the 50-state quarters program, this coin was struck in huge numbers to meet the public demand. But as with all mass-produced coins, most of the Louisiana quarters that made it into circulation have seen wear and tear over time, making them less valuable than their pristine counterparts. Now, what sets the Louisiana 2002 quarter apart in the world of coin collecting? Well, like many state quarters, it was produced in large quantities, but finding one in excellent, uncirculated condition is a rarity. Coins that are free from scratches, dings, or other forms of damage are much more sought after by collectors. But that's not all. There are certain unique variations of the Louisiana quarter that have made some collectors go wild. For example, a few Louisiana quarters were struck with slight minting errors, which can dramatically increase their value. Some coins have double dies, where the design appears twice on the coin. Others may have misaligned strikes, which makes the image off-center. These errors are highly collectible because they're one-of-a-kind pieces of U.S. history. Even small flaws like these can make a huge difference in how much the coin is worth. But what about the condition of the coin itself? A quarter that has been carefully stored in perfect condition can fetch a premium price. The demand for uncirculated, high-grade Louisiana quarters is particularly strong among collectors, as they are seen as a valuable representation of this unique period in American history. Coins in near-perfect or pristine condition are considered much more desirable, and their value skyrockets in the collector's market. Now, here's the moment that you've all been waiting for, the big reveal. If you happen to have a Louisiana 2002 quarter in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth up to $45,000. Yes, that's right, $45,000 for a single coin. This may sound unbelievable, but when you consider the rarity, historical significance, and collector demand, it starts to make sense. A coin that might seem like a small, everyday piece of currency could be hiding a fortune within it. So, if you've been collecting coins for years, or if you come across one of these quarters in your change, don't dismiss it too quickly. It might just be worth a lot more than you think. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned pro, the Louisiana 2002 quarter could be your ticket to an unexpected treasure. And with that, we wrap up our deep dive into the United States of America $quarter Louisiana 2002. Top 4, we're going to take a journey into the heart of America, into the state of Nebraska, to explore one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, the United States of America $quarter Nebraska 2006. This quarter isn't just another piece of currency, it's a symbol of Nebraska's rich heritage, the country's expansion, and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. So, if you love the story behind rare coins, or you're just curious about what makes this particular quarter so valuable, you're in for a real treat. Nebraska, often called the Cornhusker State, is known for its vast plains, agricultural landscape, and pioneering history. It's a state that played a crucial role in the westward expansion of the United States. And in 2006, the U.S. Mint issued a quarter that would forever commemorate Nebraska's contribution to the American story. This quarter was part of the 50-State Quarters program, an initiative that was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to celebrate the history and culture of each of the 50 states. The Nebraska quarter, released in 2006, was the 37th coin in this exciting series. As with all state quarters, the challenge was to design a coin that would not only represent the state's history but also capture its spirit in a way that resonated with people across the country. Nebraska's story, rich with agriculture, Native American heritage, and pioneering spirit, called for a design that could showcase all of these elements. So, what exactly does this quarter reveal about Nebraska's past, and what makes it so significant in the world of numismatics? Let's explore. On the reverse side of the 2006 Nebraska quarter, you'll find an image that perfectly captures the essence of the state, a majestic, covered wagon crossing the plains. In the background, you can see a soaring American flag, symbolizing Nebraska's role in the expansion of the United States. The covered wagon is a powerful symbol of the westward migration, particularly the Oregon Trail, which was a route traveled by thousands of pioneers in the 19th century. This journey marked a key chapter in American history, as settlers moved west in search of new opportunities and freedom. The design on the quarter highlights this sense of adventure, exploration, and the resilience of those who traveled these vast, untamed lands. The covered wagon featured on the coin is drawn with incredible detail, capturing the spirit of the pioneers who braved the harsh conditions of the prairie. Behind the wagon, the flowing plains of Nebraska stretch out, giving us a glimpse of the state's iconic landscape. The design also includes the word Nebraska, with the phrase "the good life" appearing below, which is Nebraska's state motto. This phrase embodies the state's welcoming spirit and the way of life that has attracted so many to its fertile lands. The reverse of the coin does an exceptional job of capturing both the physical and emotional journey of the pioneers, as well as the agricultural richness that defines Nebraska. The obverse side of the Nebraska quarter, like all U.S. quarters, features the iconic image of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. This timeless portrait of Washington has been a part of U.S. coinage for decades, and its continued use on the state quarters connects the Nebraska coin to the broader history of the United States. The obverse side is where you'll also find the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar," which are common to all U.S. quarters, ensuring that the coin is easily recognizable. The process behind the creation of this coin was an exciting one. Artists from across the country submitted their designs, and the final design of the Nebraska quarter was selected by a panel of experts. The design was created by artist John M. Mercanti and engraved by the U.S. Mint's engravers, ensuring that every detail, from the covered wagon to the flag waving in the background, was captured in fine detail. The final design was then sent to the U.S. Mint for production, and the quarters were struck in large quantities to meet the demand of the public. When it comes to the minting details, the Nebraska quarter was produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. It is made of a cupronickel-clad composition, weighing 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. These technical details are standard for quarters of this period, but the value of the coin is not in its metal composition or weight, it's in its design, rarity, and condition. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2006 Nebraska quarter so valuable? Like all coins, the key to its value lies in its rarity and the condition it's in. Most quarters from this series were mass-produced and circulated widely, so they're not particularly rare on their own. However, a few factors set some Nebraska quarters apart from the rest, making them worth significantly more to collectors. First and foremost, the condition of the coin is paramount. If you have a Nebraska quarter that is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has no wear, scratches, or other signs of use, you've already got a coin that is worth more than face value. Coins that have been carefully stored, whether in a collection or a protective case, are much more valuable than those that have been tossed around in pockets or used in day-to-day transactions. The highest value is given to coins that show no signs of wear or handling, but that's not all. Some Nebraska quarters have unique features, such as minting errors or variations, which make them even more sought after by collectors. For example, there have been reports of Nebraska quarters with double dies or off-center strikes, which are rare occurrences that happen during the minting process. These errors make the coins much more valuable, as they are considered to be one-of-a-kind pieces. So, what's the ultimate value of a 2006 Nebraska quarter? Well, the answer may surprise you. If you have one of these quarters in mint condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth up to $44,000. Yes, that's right, $44,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once used in everyday transactions could now be worth such a significant amount. But this is the reality of the numismatic world, where rarity, condition, and historical significance all come together to create a truly valuable piece of currency. Whether you've got a Nebraska quarter tucked away in a drawer or you find one in your spare change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look to see if it could be worth more than just a quarter. And with that, we wrap up our exploration of the United States of America quarter dollar Nebraska 2006. We hope this video has inspired you to look at your coin collection a little differently and to consider the hidden treasures that might be right in front of you. Top 5 and last rare state quarter. You're going to take a fascinating journey back in time to explore one of the most iconic and historic coins in U.S. history, the United States of America quarter dollar Delaware 1999. This quarter holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because it's the very first coin issued in the monumental 50-state quarters program, which was designed to celebrate the unique history, culture, and symbols of each state. If you've ever wondered about the story behind this quarter and why it holds such high value today, stick around as we unravel all the secrets this little coin holds. The 50-state quarters program was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999, and it was an ambitious project that would span 10 years. Each year, 5 new state designs were released, starting with Delaware in 1999. As the first coin in the series, Delaware's quarter holds an extra layer of significance for collectors. To put it simply, this coin represents the beginning of an iconic journey that would eventually see all 50 states featured on their very own quarters. But what makes the Delaware quarter so special? Let's dive into the rich history and design behind it. Delaware, known as the first state, has a unique and important role in American history. It was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, making it the very first state to join the Union. This fact is so central to Delaware's identity that it is proudly displayed on the quarter itself. When the U.S. Mint designed the coin, they wanted to make sure the state's pivotal role in American history was front and center, and they certainly succeeded. The Delaware quarter features a design that is rich with symbolism, honoring both the state's history and its contribution to the founding of the United States. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a beautiful and striking image of Caesar Rodney, a prominent figure in Delaware's history. Rodney was a Delaware delegate to the Continental Congress during the American Revolution and is best known for his midnight ride to Philadelphia in 1776 to cast a decisive vote for independence. This act of bravery was crucial in securing Delaware's vote for independence, making it a historic moment in the early days of the United States. The design features a full-length portrait of Caesar Rodney, riding his horse at full gallop, symbolizing the urgency and determination with which he rode through the night to fulfill his duty. Above Rodney's figure, the words, "The First State," are inscribed, solidifying Delaware's place in history. This phrase refers to Delaware's pivotal role as the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, an event that occurred on December 7, 1787. The coin's design beautifully encapsulates both Delaware's historical significance and the state's enduring spirit. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington, the first president of the United States and a founding father, has graced the face of American quarters for many years, and his image on the Delaware quarter further connects this coin to the broader narrative of American independence. The obverse also includes the inscriptions, United States of America, quarter dollar, and the mint year, 1999, marking the start of the 50-state quarters program. Now, let's talk about the production details of this coin. The Delaware quarter was produced by the U.S. Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver. The coin weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, which are the standard specifications for U.S. quarters. It's made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, ensuring durability and the signature shine we've come to expect from U.S. currency. However, despite its mass production, not all Delaware quarters are created equal. As with all coins, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that were heavily circulated and used in day-to-day transactions can show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, and worn-down details. These types of coins are less valuable, though they still hold some collector interest. What truly sets the Delaware 1999 quarter apart is the condition in which it is found. An uncirculated, pristine example of the coin is much rarer and much more valuable. Coins that have been carefully stored, either in protective cases or well-preserved collections, have retained their original shine and sharp details, making them significantly more desirable to collectors. Beyond condition, there are also certain rare variations and minting errors that can make the Delaware quarter worth a small fortune. Some of these errors include double dies, where the coin's design is imprinted twice, or off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned during the minting process. These types of errors are incredibly rare and are highly sought after by coin collectors because they represent unique pieces of history. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much could the Delaware 1999 quarter be worth today? If you happen to have an uncirculated example of the coin, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a treasure worth up to $49,000. That's right, $49,000 for a single quarter. It's amazing to think that a coin that once circulated as part of everyday currency could now fetch such a staggering amount. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. It's not just about the metal or weight of a coin, it's about rarity, history, and condition. The Delaware quarter is a perfect example of how something as simple as a piece of currency can hold deep historical significance and be worth far more than its face value. So, what should you do if you have a Delaware 1999 quarter or come across one in your spare change? Take a closer look. Check the condition carefully, and see if it has any signs of being an uncirculated coin or one with a rare minting error. If you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, or with an unusual feature, you could be holding a valuable piece of history. We hope this video has helped you learn more about the United States of America quarter dollar Delaware 1999 and why it holds such high value among collectors. Whether you're a seasoned coin enthusiast or just beginning your journey into the world of numismatics, this quarter is a fantastic example of how a small piece of currency can tell a big story. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!